After being unemployed for a few months, I finally decided to leave Shenzhen. This is my last day in Shenzhen. Hi, I'm Leo. Today is the day I leave Shenzhen. I have lived here for a long time. Now it's time to say goodbye. Actually, I've been thinking about moving. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I have lived in Shenzhen. I have lived here for a long time. It gave me a chance, and also carried an important experience in my life. But at this stage, I find that I need to make a new choice. Wave after wave of people head to Shenzhen. Seeking more possibilities. I was mainly involved in some business operations before. The companies they work for are all state-owned enterprises. And this is where I thought I was going to go. But due to some practical reasons, I had to leave that job. Since then, I began to experience an uncertain period. At first, I thought it was just a short pause. I was also trying to find new opportunities. If nothing unexpected happens, Shenzhen will be a place where I will continue to strive. But as time went by, I find it so hard to find the right opportunity again. Age becomes a barrier in the first place. It seems that everyone after the age of 35 is worthless. I was frustrated by this for a while. But I can't stay put forever. Now I need to really consider my future development and my current living costs. Of course, I finally decided to leave Shenzhen. There is a very realistic reason. Over the years, I have been bearing the cost of living in Shenzhen. At the same time, I have to pay off the mortgage in another city. The pressure from both sides forced me to make a choice. Often think, maybe this lifestyle is not suitable for me. Of course, there are advantages to staying in Shenzhen. There are many opportunities here. People who come here want to earn money here, strive to live a good life. But for me now, no longer suitable. Before leaving, I cleaned the room again. Living here for so long, I need to restore it to its original state. Looking at the room that is getting emptier, I feel a little complicated. After all, it has recorded many moments of mine, including happiness and confusion. Although it doesn't get sunlight all year round. But this place is my safe haven in this city. This is what my room looks like after cleaning. All my personal items have been cleared. Garbage is also thrown away. Now I need to wait for the landlord to inspect the room. And when it was over, I left with my luggage. I drive the car that hasn't been started for a long time. Drive the Shenzhen and Shenlinki. Left Shenzhen. Many times during holidays, I would drive through this bridge. This time the mood is particularly different. This is my complete departure and return to my familiar city. I also left a familiar city. By the time I got home, it was already very late. I was a little tired. After resting for a night, I started to clean my home in Zhuhai. This is the house where I pay my mortgage every month. This room has not been lived in for a long time. There is some dust. I cleaned it carefully. The first day after returning to Zhuhai, I felt that it was much quieter. I used to live in Shenzhen for a long time. I was used to its fast pace. Rush for time every day, and making money, considering work, and various pressures. After coming back, I found that life slowed down. I don't have to rush to take the subway every day. You don't have to be in a state of tension all the time. Maybe this kind of life is not bad. Right. I feel like I haven't seen the sun in my room for a long time. I washed the bedding I brought back from Shenzhen. And took them to the roof to bask in the sun. I used to live in the urban village of Shenzhen. Due to the lighting problem in the room, very few people can really enjoy the sun. Back to my home. I dried the quilt on the roof and saw my neighbors drying their quilts. Acidismomd sadani felt. Such a simple life is not bad. I added clips to these sheets, so I don't have to worry about the wind. I hope to adjust myself as soon as possible. So I'm going to go back to my regular life. Of course, I still need to keep looking for a job. After all, it's the only way of life at present. There are many uncertainties in the future. But at least now I don't have to paying rent and mortgage at the same time. I haven't exercised for a long time while drying the quilt. I stretched my body and bones. Come to the kitchen at noon. I'm going to make a simple lunch for myself. Dispose of the fish you bought. I'll make a braised fish. I like eating fish. In fact, Chinese cuisine has many details. But I'm more casual. Now, I'm going to make a sauce and pour it over the fish later. I fried the fish. Now I'm going to fry a rice. I put 2 eggs. It's almost ready to be served. This is my fried rice. The braised fish and fried rice are my lunch today. What do you think? Okay, that's all for today. I don't know what will happen in the future. But now, I've made my choice. Have you ever experienced a low point in your life? Can you share it with me?